This is what I learned as an adult today. You like that? All right, cool. Actually, this is what I learned yesterday as an adult, because even 24 hours later, I can make this even more useful for you. Plus, the cinnamon cereal that might actually be better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Now let's start at the beginning properly, please. Number one is that morning routines are always a gift. I was off of mine just for one day, and even waking up on Monday and being able to go through the usual routine, good God, like I could not imagine not having, it doesn't matter what the routine is, but I could not imagine not having a routine to stick with. And for me, part of that includes how magic New York City is in the morning. Yo, and the look on my face, I saw 3 of y'all back to back to back on the Brooklyn Bridge. Number two is if you love something, be a student of the game. I listened to Colin and Samir while I was out running. Like, I'm loving getting nerdy on all this stuff these days. In that podcast, they basically said you gotta confirm that the video is the video that you're clicking on. That's the number one thing you should do.
Number two is that you have to introduce new narratives or unclosed loops.
So hence the note about the cinnamon cereal.
I think that also, though, comes down to the difference between the idea-based creator and the relationship-based creator, because there are still relationship-based creators.
So it's an incredibly long game to become successful at this, but if you do this, go against the grain and you're like, it's my personality that you're here for, it's me you're here for. Right now, if you do that, and even if you build an audience of 100,000 people who love that, I think that is one of the most impactful audiences you could build.
Absolutely.
If they're just there.
I want to go through your closet today too. It's fast. 6:45 is fast.
Number three, it is always the right move. If something comes to mind that you should do for your best friend, just do it. You're never gonna regret it.
Two. There we go, half a cup.
Without the paper towel.
And then yogurt, right?
Ev, can you come over here and tell me how long is on the phone? On this side, tell me how long it's been on for.
4 minutes.
It is not getting easier. It's only been a few days, but it is not getting easier.
So it never gets easier. I never want to go below this. I'm almost sitting this time, but I'm not going to. Now how long? Ev, how long do you think I should be in here this time? How long, Poppy? That's good for me.
Oh.
I found what it looks like on there.
How's this batch?
Very good.
Number four is super nerdy, but hear me out here. If you're working on a presentation, do not let it just turn into some sort of versioning cluster. Either own individual slides or say, I own the overall version to this, send me your updates. Ev, one thing I learned as an adult today is that owning versioning of a budget deck or having really specific stuff about who is supposed to oversee which slides is super important. It's basically like if 4 people are working on the same project, being really clear about who should be working on what parts versus everybody working on everything. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Tim, I got bad news. I came home from the gym to check our apartment stash of pre-workout, and all I have is peach tea, which, upon looking at your order, there's no peach teas in your order. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I can go to the warehouse real quickly, but the problem with that is Sean's in Connecticut with his girlfriend and has my warehouse key. So I can bring you peach tea on the house, or I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow to ship out your pre-workout.
Upon
terrible
further
news.
inspection,
I apologize.
peach tea is had. So, all good. This will get me through tomorrow. But if you're around tomorrow, we can do a meetup. Hope you're well, brother.
Bye.
That's 1,000% going in my YouTube too.
I think it's just self.
Two minutes, okay, kiddo?
I'm doing all the first step.
Homework is basically your whole 5th grade class.
Sarah.
And for number 5, did I get a whack-ass version of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or is Cinnamon Life actually a better cereal these days? This is a serious question. Has the recipe for Cinnamon Toast Crunch changed dramatically, or did Cinnamon Life just come out of nowhere and start to own it? I think that's it. This is number 3 of probably what needs to be 100 before I actually get good at these. That's fucking awesome.